In 1998, Hassan, a 21-year-old Nigerian soldier from Lagos, met the love of his life, Rebekah. She was just 18, a vibrant, talented girl from Benue. Their love story was intense and passionate, blossoming quickly. In 1999, they married, full of hope and dreams for the future. By 2000, their joy expanded with the birth of their first daughter. 3 more children soon followed, 2 daughters and a son. Hassan was overjoyed. A dedicated husband and father, he took on the responsibility of providing for his family, while Rebekah stayed home to raise their children. Life seemed perfect. They were a team, and Hassan took pride in being the family's rock. For years, Hassan worked tirelessly in Nigeria to ensure his family lacked nothing. His love for Rebekah and their children was the driving force behind his hard work. In 2014, he made a monumental decision. He sent Rebekah and the children to the United States, believing that life there would offer them better opportunities. He rented a house, bought a car, and continued to support them from Nigeria, sending money faithfully every month. By 2017, Hassan felt it was time to reunite with his family. He had given up everything in Nigeria, sacrificing his career and comfort for their sake. But when he arrived in America, things had changed in ways he hadn't imagined. Rebekah, now living in Orlando, had taken up braiding hair as a hobby. Over time, her talent blossomed into a thriving business. Known for her skills, she was soon making up to $1,000 a day. As Rebekah's fortune grew, Hassan's role as the provider began to fade. Without proper documentation, Hassan struggled to find meaningful work. The jobs he could get barely paid enough to survive, let alone provide for his family. The man who had once been the family's foundation now found himself on the sidelines, doing whatever he could just to make ends meet. His identity, so deeply tied to his role as provider, was slipping away. By 2018, Rebekah's business had grown even larger, and their daughters had joined her. She became the family's primary breadwinner, and Hassan, once so strong and proud, began to feel lost and insignificant. He felt his contributions, once so valued, were now overshadowed by Rebekah's success. Tensions began to rise. Rebekah, now the head of the household, started to belittle Hassan. She called him lazy, worthless, words that cut deeper with each passing day. Their children, once eager to learn from their father, now gravitated toward their mother's success, dismissing Hassan's struggles. He was no longer their hero. Hassan's world crumbled around him. The man who had once sacrificed everything for his family now felt invisible in his own home. Rebekah stopped cooking for him, the children no longer sought his advice, and he was left alone, a ghost in the life he had built. Desperate for comfort, Hassan confided in his friends, telling them how isolated he felt. He spoke of how Rebekah no longer respected him, how his children had turned their backs on him. He felt like a stranger in his own home, stripped of the love and respect that had once defined his family life. By 2022, the distance between Hassan and Rebekah had grown too wide to ignore. She bought a new house and moved in with their daughters, leaving Hassan behind with their sons in the old house. The man who had once been the foundation of the family was now cast aside, left to fend for himself. Rebekah's mistreatment worsened, locking him out of the house, throwing his belongings outside, and reminding him constantly of his failure to keep up with her success. Hassan was heartbroken. He had sacrificed everything for his family, but now, in return, he was left with nothing but pain and sorrow. His once loving wife, now a successful businesswoman, had turned her back on him. The weight of his sacrifice and the loss of his identity was too much to bear. The man who had given everything was now reduced to begging for dignity in his own home. By August 2023, Hassan had reached his breaking point. On his 46th birthday, Rebekah sent him a message that shattered him completely. "Happy birthday, friend. We are better off as friends than lovers." She told him to move out, to let go, and that she had moved on. For Hassan, it was as though his heart had been ripped from his chest. The woman he had built his entire life around had left him with nothing. Later that evening, after running an errand for the children, Hassan returned to the house. But this time, he didn't wait. In a moment of unimaginable pain and heartbreak, Hassan made a decision that would change everything forever. He entered the bathroom and shot Rebekah, his wife, the mother of his children, 3 times, in the head, in the chest, and in the leg. Afterward, Hassan sat beside her body. He picked up the phone, called 911, and calmly said, "Hello, I just killed her. Here's the address. I'm waiting for you." The police arrived to find him sitting next to her lifeless body, the woman he had loved more than anything. Rebekah was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. She passed away soon after. Hassan now sits in a jail cell awaiting trial, alone, haunted by the memory of the woman he had loved and the choices that led to his destruction. Hassan's story is not just about heartbreak. It's about the slow unraveling of a man who gave everything for his family, only to lose himself in the process. Was it the loss of love, the shift in power, or the weight of unresolved pain that drove him to such a tragic end? Perhaps we may never fully know, but one thing is certain: love, sacrifice, and devotion weren't enough to save him from this heartbreaking fate. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more real-life stories of love, loss, and the human struggle.